Yes, the Boohoo effect here. Just want to go over a few things and throw a quick video out. First off, let's see. Let's start with Tracy. Tracy, that's a very nice story. Um, Creating this scenario that you're an abused victim, that you were in an abusive relationship with a narcissist, a friendship, platonic relationship, as you mentioned. But there's a couple things wrong with that. First off, you told me directly quite the opposite, Tracy. You told me between those years between 2010 through 2014, as you just mentioned on your live, that I helped you immensely through that bad time, that you looked forward to checking your YouTube PMs because I put a smile on your face. You remember? That was at the time that you were acting as Paige, that, you check my PMs and look at my videos or whatever, my comments on the threads, how it just puts a smile on your face before you go walk into school. Your college, you graduated, then you started beginning your college. Yeah. And you've also said it as an adult when you were coming clean to be Tracy, when you're known to be Tracy in your lives. More in particular, when you were doing lives with Katie and Linda. Yes. You also told myself and PMs that I helped you through those years. I helped you go through your bad marriage the last 4 years. Now you got this story going that you were in an abusive relationship. That's quite an interesting story. But it's not going to fly, Tracy. I mean, who are you going to fool? You got some willing participants, some yes men, quote unquote, Trollope and Elliot. Who cares? The abuser is you, Tracy. If anybody's a narcissist, it's you. Because how do you act when I distance myself? You get upset, you get angry, you start playing the games, you start ignoring people, you start pulling the jealousy card if they say anything. You got a system going. And you've been pulling it with Doug, you've been pulling it with Linda, aka Do Not Sell Me Asshole. You got a system going. And when I befriended Katie the first time, you flipped your lid. You made several videos. I have them recorded, Tracy. Katie can attest to this. You flipped your lid. You went off the hinges. And you're doing it now. And my guess is history tends to repeat itself. My guess is you are still jealous in the way that you were the first time I was friends with Katie. You are jealous that I am friends with Katie. Amicable terms. So, Tracy, I might decide to go over your live officially. I'll have to decide. I'm not on my PC right now, my home PC. And, but yeah, you say that you're going to not mention me anymore, but you always do. I only responded, Tracy, to your initiative. To you spitting up my name in your lives. To your supporting and egging on your little flyboys. I respond. And you can try to twist the picture, tell your twisted lies. I don't know who you think you're fooling again. There is something really wrong with you, though, Tracy. You claim that you were just unhappy during those years. You're still online, doing the same thing. You accuse Katie of being online and expressing how unhappy she is because happy people don't do these things. You've been doing this that I know of for 11 years. Since 2010. Okay? 12 years now. So anyway, that's all I'm going to touch on this. Katie, just a few words to you. I appreciate that video, and I knew you wouldn't fall for Tiffany's games. She's trying to create a wedge. She's probably, on the same level as Tracy. It's probably some jealousy there. And, she was trying to use you as a tool to start a fight between us because that's what Tiffany would love to see is us going at it, for it's twofold, to get any heat off of her because, I know Tiffany. I know the real Tiffany. And also to, get back in with you. Otherwise, she'll have to go run to Tracy for help because that's what Tiffany does. She goes to the strongest pocket possible to feel protected. But yeah, Tiffany, I tell you, I'm glad that you deleted those videos because I would have to humiliate you all over again. I know what you did with the Axley. You played him. You banked on his temper, his abusive manner towards you. And you were acting like the submissive, abused, downtrodden little victim when you're just talking with him during that phone call that you keep posting to, discredit Yaxley. Because let's face it, we can't sugarcoat anything here just because I have a dislike for you, Tiffany, and your ways. But Yaxley was abusive. Now, you could tell he was a victim as well of yours. You're like a black widow. You attract him and then you kill him. And you've done it countless times to other men. I've seen this type of erratic, uncontrollable, emotional behavior before in Yaxley. I've seen it in Forrest, Dr. D. I've seen it in Kenny KPZ. You got a history of it. And I've noticed that when Yaxley would sort of calm down and tone it down, he's acting like, he wants to speak to you in a friendly manner to resolve issues between you and him. You start stepping up your tone of your voice. It goes from soft to a very higher, louder pitch, and you're more derogative. Then you start patronizing him, and then to get him going again, because you want to keep his emotional anger up, so you have better material in what you're recording the whole time to post up to demean him, to discredit him, to, again, play the innocent victim like what you do, Tiffany. All right? Anyways, that's all I'm going to touch on that one. Appreciate the video, Katie. You're too smart and wise for these people's games. You've been in this a long time like myself, and you're on to them. So let's go on to, lastly here, Malibu. Malibu, I saw a few minutes of that idiot's channel. He's like a trollop. He rips other people's material, and then plays off, that he knows the facts and truth and puts his personal slant on things. I'm not sure what the videos, what his channel is called. Something, who are these idiots and what are they doing here? I think you pretty much gather about what I've stated there, what I think his channel is. It's pretty close. But I have never, ever heard you try to recruit me. You never, ever had asked me to defend you or to denote that you're creating a gang. On the contrary, it is them, the people that you're exchanging with, that is in these large groups. For what reason? What's the end game? To gang stalk you. To bully you. Now, I don't give a shit what they think their excuse is to merit that gang stalking. This has been going on for years with you, Malibu. I don't care what they say. If this was in real life, in real time, and there was 10, 12 men surrounding one lone woman on the street or in a parking lot or in maybe an aisle in Walmart, somebody would intervene. They wouldn't stop and listen to one of the perpetrators and say, oh, she's a bad person. She said some mean things. We'll let you go. No, they would bust that up or call the cops. There would be some honest citizens that would intervene and call out these abusive men picking on one lonely woman that it's clear that she's going through some issues, some problems of her own. No disrespect to Malibu, but she is going through some personal problems. And you people are cashing in on that for sadistic pleasure. You people are sadists. I don't care what excuse you derive it to justify your actions. It is what it is. Isn't that what the old montage on the internet is? On the internet, what people say, it is what it is, huh? Is that it? Yeah. Anyways, I might officially call out that idiot. It's funny, he puts the word idiot in his YouTube handle, the irony there, and go over some things, go over his channel and that video in particular sometimes. But yeah, I just thought I'd state it for an official record here on this video that, no, you have never asked me to defend yourself. You have never tried to recruit a gang. Now, I thought it was sort of looking that way when you started interacting with Tracy and the other ones, Molly. But I think what it is you're all alone. Occasionally you have somebody to support you, but you are all alone. And if you're in that state, A person that is being constantly bombarded by abuse and attacks and videos being made about you. I don't blame you one bit if you're trying to orchestrate a gang. I don't blame you. Who wouldn't in their right mind, as a human being, would want support? That's all I'm going to touch on this, though. It's already over, 10 minutes? So anyways, I'll see you in the next one.